Welcome back guys to another GTA 5 video on the channel. Now today, as I'm actually saying this, the GTA Online Finance and Felony DLC trailer has just released a few minutes ago. And in this video, I'm actually going to be going through frame by frame of every shot in the trailer, showing anything new, and I'm going to be breaking down each individual thing that you guys may not notice on your first watch of this. So, if you guys do end up enjoying the video, then be sure to go and hit that like button down below, as it really would help me out. As always, now let's go. Now, I'm not going to waste any time with this. We're going to get into first screenshot here. So we can see here, we can see the three guys actually going here in three different cars, or it appears to be three cars and the mule truck. Now, the cars at the back, we can't really see too much of. It's very dark, but they do look kind of new, but I may be wrong on that. The forward one in the front, the silver one, that is definitely a new car from what I can tell. In the screenshots or in the trailer, you can't really tell what the make of it is, but it doesn't look like anything we've seen in the past. Next, we actually get this shot of inside the warehouse. Now, this is our first hint of what could actually be happening in the warehouse and what some of our kind of merchandise and what the things that we're going to be smuggling may look like. Now, we always took this as drug dealing, and I think that may still be a part of this, but we can also see here that it does appear to be a lot of like technology-based stuff. We have some like, it appears to be batteries, also some medicine on the left, some medicine and some drugs. We have a bunch of kind of technology bits on the right with a Samsung rip-off there. So we can imagine that there's going to be a bit of contraband trafficking, not just for drugs, but also for electronics. We get this next shot here, we can actually see the crew walking through their new warehouse with a brand new interior that we've never seen before, which we are of course going to have to buy at some point. Now we can see here that it does appear the crews are going to be made up of 4 people, same as they were the heists. We have the leader, we appear to have a man in a new top standing at the front there. He's clearly the leader with his 3 henchmen behind him. I'm so hyped for this. This looks so fun to play with your friends. Next we just get this overview shot of the warehouse, and it looks absolutely massive on the inside. So you can see just how much contraband you could be smuggling at any given time. Next, we actually get this shot here of racing down the road. Now, the cars on the sides do appear to be the 2 new cars that we saw at the very start of the trailer. I don't seem to actually recognize these, but do tell me if I'm wrong. And this appears to be an Enos car at the front. I thought it looked a bit like the Super Diamond, but it doesn't actually appear to be so, and it doesn't seem to be the one that we also got in a DLC. I forget the name of it, but I do believe it's an actual new luxury car. Next, we actually get this new screenshot here. It's actually some guys getting off of a plane, walking to what appears to be this new car. Again, I can't tell if this is the Super Diamond. It looks very similar to it, but I'm just not entirely sure. Now, we're actually down here at LSI Airport, and you can see the guys actually leaving the car here in what appears to be a new jet. Now, this does actually look a lot like the Luxor or the Shamal that we already have in the game, but this does actually appear to be slightly different. The rear end of it is slightly more tilted. The turbines at the back do seem to kind of... I believe they're just a bit wider than they typically are. And the wings appear to also be a bit more curved, so I'm just taking this as a new plane. Also, you can see the livery on it. We haven't seen on anything else in the game. Next, we actually get another picture of the Pegasi Repo, which we already got a screenshot of last week when this first announcement dropped. It's looking very beautiful there. Again, a mix of the Lycan and the Huracan, I believe. Next, we actually get this picture of what appears to be another new car. Now, we can't really tell if this is a super or a sports car. I'd imagine probably a supercar from the very flat shape of it. But this, again, does look similar to some of the other things we've got. It looks a bit like the T20, actually. But it's nonetheless still a brand new car, so I'm very hyped for what we could be seeing with this. And actually here we get another screenshot which appears to be showing what I'd assume is another sports car. We actually get to see the 3 new racing cars all next to each other there, racing down Los Santos, and it looks absolutely sick. Now, after an introductory shot, she's showing us that this takes place in Maze Bank. We get to see this amazing relief map on the table, up on this beautiful glass table. I guess up in Maze Bank still. We can see a relief map of the entire San Andreas city, unlike the Blaine County area, the San Andreas Island, I mean. All actually in 3D on the table. This is so awesome. And then we're actually greeted by, in just a few frames later, we get an overview shot of this, and it actually shows the entire map again from the top, actually covered with red and green dots, exactly the same as we saw in last week's screenshot of the guy at the desk, with all of these dots on the map on the monitor. So I'd guess that this is maybe going to be a way of planning your next missions, or maybe warehouse locations, something like that, but it does seem to be quite a vital point of the DLC to plan out your actions. The next screenshot is actually over here. We're in the Finance and Felony offices. Now, it appears we're in bloody Trump Towers up here. We actually get to see in this screenshot here that you get to hire an executive assistant. So it looks almost like a receptionist or something who sits at the offices and actually does like all of the kind of more menial work for you. From what I'd assume, maybe she sets up some of the jobs and you're the one actually going out and doing them. This seems like it's going to be a really in-depth DLC, far more than I was expecting from the screenshots and the info last week. Next, we actually get this picture here. It's the guy at the desk. Now, he does seem to have a bunch more wine and money than he did in last week's screenshot, but it's the same guy at the same desk, also showing the map on the monitor. But here we just get to see another place, the office, and then in this next shot you actually get to see the office again, much wider, looks very, very luxurious, kind of an older style to it. And again, out the window you get to see this another screenshot of this new plane which we saw just a few frames earlier. We actually get to see this thing definitely is not the Shamal, it seems much kind of thicker on the bottom, definitely a bit more slope to the back, definitely a new plane, a brand new jet. Next up, we seem to be on top of the maze bank here, and we can see our guys walking towards what appears to be the Swift, but it doesn't seem to be the Swift. I checked it out and it does have a few more differences, aside from the fact that it's chrome for a start, but the body is very similar but not quite the same. And actually in the next couple of screenshots we get to see it from other angles and it proves to us that it's not the Swift. It looks, again, like I said, very similar, has this really long shape, but it also doesn't seem to be the Super Valente that we got in last update with the yachts. It appears to be a brand new luxury helicopter. Now call me weird maybe, but this screenshot probably hypes me the absolute most of this DLC. We get a tugboat! We get the tugboat back from GTA 4, as you guys may actually remember. Or actually, it's moored up in a couple of locations on GTA 5's map down by the docks. But now it actually appears to be moving. Maybe we can even drive it or at least stand on it as it moves. I've been so hyped as soon as I saw this. This just excited me right away. It's so cool. The nostalgia of just trying to play around with this on GTA 4. And as the thing continues, we get to see two guys standing up on the very back of the boat. I'm so excited for this. I don't know how it's going to tie in. I guess maybe this is going to be a way that you smuggle some of your contraband, but I'm so hyped regardless. Now the next scene takes place up in Paleto Bay and we get this awesome chase scene between like some different trucks and some cars. We actually get to see what appears to be two new kind of like armored vans. They seem to be kind of like the gang burritos, but they're more armored now. They have some more lights on the top. They have kind of roof racks. And there are guys hanging out the side shooting from them. They look really, really cool. We get to see them from the back as well, so you can see that they're definitely not the burritos. They do have more windows and stuff. They're not quite such an armored van style, but from the front they have some quite strong similarities. We get a screenshot, just appears to be very similar to the heist room, just a bunch of different weapons and like some ammo all just in crates here inside a cupboard. And then we actually get this weird shot actually. We're up in Vinewood, we're up on the boulevard, and it's actually a guy aiming with a sniper down and actually ends up shooting an astronaut, or a guy in the astronaut costume, outside of the Chinese theatre. So that's very interesting. It makes me wonder if there's going to be a bit more than just straight up smuggling. Maybe there's going to be some enemies that we have to take out, even if they are disguised as astronauts. Next we get this shot here. It's the guy, what appears to be the leader of the team, actually opening this cupboard here, and you can see he's greeted to this massive wall of money. It looks like we're going to be raking in the big bucks for this DLC, guys. This screenshot hypes me up a lot. We get this massive truck, and at first it actually looks like the garbage truck, but as you carry on it appears to be a bloody SWAT truck with the SecuroServe guys hanging off the side of this. So it appears we're going to be tying in the VIP CO system with SecuroServe a lot more with this update. So it appears you're going to have the VIP and bodyguard system again, but with some brand new armory stuff. Like, there's this massive truck, it looks like a SWAT van, but with guys hanging off the sides, it looks very, very armored, and I'm so excited to play with this. As the scene continues, we actually get to see another SecuroServe bodyguard here with what appears to be a new gun. It appears to be kind of a machine pistol submachine gun kind of mix, which I do believe is brand new to the game. Next we have some, I guess, Merryweather or maybe army guys shooting at this cargo bob, taking off with one of these Thrift-X cargo things under it. I guess this is a mission where we're actually taking some contraband straight out of their hands. So we're actually flying off with the Thrift-X container here, and we actually get to see that it's this bright red cargo bob that we've never seen before, being chased by just a bunch of like military choppers and police choppers. I'd guess this is a SecuroServe official chopper, judging by like the colours and the branding on it. And to finish off the trailer, we're actually spoiled with this screenshot here. So we have an armoured, I believe it's the Baller on the side. We've seen this in a previous update. It came in with the VIP and bodyguard update that we got at first, the executives and other criminals. We actually get to see the new truck on the right. We get to see the massive SWAT truck on the left. So excited for that. And a Titan flying overhead as they rush down the streets over at Sandy Shores. So this looks so exciting. There's so much new stuff, guys. I can't even emphasize that enough. There seems to be so many new locations, new missions, tons of new vehicles with like the 3 racing cars, the 2 supercars, maybe 1 sports car, at least 2 or 3 new armored vehicles, at least 1 new weapon, so many new locations, these warehouses, all of the new high-rise apartments where you're actually planning out your missions, that awesome 3D map. God, I'm so excited for this DLC. I think this may come second to my excitement for the heist, if not tied first. This looks so exciting. So, if you guys did end up enjoying the video, then be sure to go and hit that like button down below. Are you guys excited for this DLC? Leave that in a comment. I'm so hyped for this. I can't wait to get playing it next week on June the 7th. and I'm very, very much hoping that I can actually be able to play with you guys this time. Get some of you guys in the lobby and get some of this fun stuff going so I can record it and make some more fun videos for you. And that is pretty much it. Leave a like if you enjoyed, subscribe for more videos just like this coming very soon, and all about this upcoming DLC in the coming days. And finally follow me on Twitter, there'll be a link in the description down below. That's pretty much it. Thank you guys all very much for watching. My name has been Flair, signing out.